Let me ask you something. Have you ever searched SAP careers and ended up more confused than when you started? You hear words like functional consultant, technical consultant, and suddenly it feels like you've entered a parallel universe of business and coding jargon. But here's the thing. Understanding the difference between SAP Functional and SAP Technical can literally change your career path, or even your income bracket, because one role speaks the language of business and the other speaks the language of code. And together, they make the digital backbone of the world's biggest companies work flawlessly. So today, I'm going to take you on a story of two worlds inside SAP, the functional world and the technical world. By the end of this video, you won't just know the difference, you'll feel which side you belong to. But before we dive in, a small warning. Most people pick the wrong path simply because they don't know this one thing I'll reveal near the end. So, stay with me. Let's begin. Inside the world of SAP. Imagine walking into a large company, maybe BMW, Apple, or Unilever. Every day, they buy materials, produce goods, manage employees, pay salaries, and sell products across the world. Now, who designs how all this runs inside SAP? That's the job of the SAP Functional Consultant. They're the bridge between people and the system. They don't write code, they design processes. They translate real-world business problems into SAP configurations that actually solve them. You can think of them as architects of business logic. They understand how purchasing works in SAP MM, how sales flows through SAP SD, how money moves through SAP FI, and they make sure the system runs like a perfectly tuned engine. And no, being functional doesn't mean they're more functional than others. It just means they work with functions, not functions in programming, but functions in business. But here's the catch. Being functional isn't just about knowing buttons and settings. It's about thinking like a business owner. If you can explain why a process matters, not just how it's done, you'll rise fast. And in the world of SAP, that understanding is power. But what happens when the system needs something that doesn't exist yet? A new feature, a new report, a new app. That's when the story takes a turn. And we meet the second hero. Enter the SAP Technical Consultant, the creator, the builder, the engineer behind the scenes. If the functional consultant designs the map, the technical consultant builds the actual roads. They're the ones who make SAP systems do the impossible through custom code. Their world is full of tools like ABAP, Fiori, UI5, CDS views, and HANA. Let's say a company wants a new dashboard that tracks deliveries in real-time time. But SAP doesn't have that feature. The technical consultant will code it, optimize it, and bring it to life. Think of them as the Tony Stark of the SAP universe. Except instead of Iron Man suits, they build ironclad systems. And here's where both worlds collide. Functional and technical can't exist without each other. When the business says, "We need this process automated," the functional consultant defines the what, and the technical consultant codes the how. Together, they create the system that powers global business. But there's one thing most people still don't realize, and this might just change how you see your career forever. Here's the truth. It's not functional versus technical. It's functional plus technical that creates success. The future belongs to techno-functional experts, people who understand both the business and the technology. Because in today's digital world, you can't separate the two anymore. Companies are looking for consultants who can talk to clients and developers in the same sentence. People who can connect process logic with code logic. So, which path should you choose? If you love understanding people, solving business problems, and designing systems that make companies run better, you're a functional mind. If you love logic, programming, data, and the satisfaction of building things that work, you're a technical mind. But if you love both, congratulations! You're the future of SAP. Don't let confusion hold you back. The biggest mistake is staying stuck because you're afraid to choose. Explore, learn, experiment. Because whether you're functional or technical, you're shaping the world's most powerful enterprise system. And if you want to understand the foundation of it all, what SAP actually is and how it runs the world, I've made another video that explains it beautifully. You'll see it right here on the end screen. Click that video now, and let's continue your SAP journey together.